We thought adulting meant freedom, snacks for dinner, and staying up late. Instead, we got taxes, insurance forms, and furniture that requires a PhD to assemble. It's okay to disappoint to all of this. Tonight's speaker will take us through the hilarious struggles of being an unprepared adult, with stories, frustrations, and her own imaginary chapter list. Please help me welcome PM4, Jeannie Cintrón.
Thank you. It's okay. Have you ever wondered or find yourself in a position where you find yourself staring at your bank account and wondering, where did all my money go? Or that pile of clothes and thinking, it's not going to take care of itself. Or maybe that to-do list that you have been walking around for the past couple of days wondering, which item should I cross first? I mean, whose idea was to let me be an adult? Seriously. How many of you couldn't stop thinking about becoming an adult when you were just kids? Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. When I was a kid, I couldn't stop dreaming of being an adult. Because for me, being an adult was synonymous as freedom. I thought it was all about staying up late, doing whatever I want, eating whatever I want, whenever I want. Boy, was I so wrong. It was just a scam. It's nothing but near reality. I even craved my escape plan when I was in middle school. Now I stay up late because I'm stressed. If I eat whatever I want, whenever I want, I will be bloated for the next couple of days. If I love burgers and fries, and just inhaling the smell of fries will make me gain at least 3 pounds just like that. And the only sense of freedom that I have is choosing which bill am I going to pay late this month. Now, when we were kids, we were also told, enjoy your youth because when you get old, the adult is serious business. Now, this is one thing that you should learn. Everything in life, everything comes with a manual of instruction, right? Where was the version of the instructions for adulthood? Think about this. Everything in life, the TV, kitchen appliances, IKEA furniture, and even shampoo. Shampoo! But for adulthood, nothing. Nada. Just good luck and maybe a reminder to set up your retirement plan at the age of 22. And I even failed with that. Now, so imagine if there was a manual of instructions for adulthood. It would be something like this. Chapter number 1. How to fake confidence when you're in a meeting and you don't even understand the agenda. Many years ago, I was working in advertising, and I asked one of my supervisors, she was one of the account executive supervisor, how she went from psychology major to work in advertising. She looked at me and smiled and said, I read the conference report, which used to be the minutes that we take after meeting with a client, and I mimic whatever the previous executive did and replicate that strategy. In other words, fake it until you make it. That sounds like a good advice, right? Chapter number 2, taxes. Crying is normal. Nobody told us that half of your paycheck will go to the government. But I'm not going to talk about that today. That's another whole story for another day. Chapter number 3, real planning. A guide to buy your vegetables while you watch them rot in your fridge. As we are kids, we always told, eat your vegetables so you can grow strong and have good bones and this and that. But we always dismiss that. Nobody eat like vegetables when we were kids until we start aging and we see the value in eating vegetables. But we forget one thing. We start buying a lot of vegetables, but we forget that just buying them is one of the phases, one of the stages. We actually have to incorporate those vegetables into the meals in order to eat healthier. And then we have a whole chapter about relationships, which take us to chapter number 4. Red flags are not challenges. They actually mean run as fast as you can. They really scam us. They scam us into believing that adulthood was the path to liberty and freedom. And when I say they, I mean the whole society, our parents, the whole world before us. Just to find out that it's nothing, not even close to reality. Now, as we were kids, they forgot to tell us that, of course they said that adulthood was serious business, but they left out the weird parts. Nobody warned us about the emotional damage that would be choosing our health insurance. Nobody told us that one of the biggest accomplishments will be choosing the right tomatoes at the grocery store. Nobody even explained to us that one of the biggest, finding that perfect parking spot in front of the building will be one of the key to happiness. Or cleaning the entire house when you're mad is just trauma response. Now, and yet we're still here. We keep going. We keep thriving. We duct tape our life with coffee and memes and probably with a little bit of prayer. It is funny how, as older we get, the more we understand that everybody is winging it. Nobody actually knows what we're doing. See, every single person, we are just like a bunch of kids winging it with a lot of bills to pay and bad knees. But maybe it's just that. Maybe it's not about the book or the manual of instructions. Maybe it's just about each other, finding the people. People that will tell you, you're not crazy. I also cried in my car because it took me an hour to find my phone, even though I was looking for it under the bed while using my flashlight of my phone. So I learned one thing after all of this. Adulthood is like assembling IKEA furniture. It's messy, it's confusing. You may find a lot of missing pieces. You probably there'll be a little bit of blood, but at the end we make it work. So if there will be a last chapter of this book, will be laugh as often as you can. Ask for help. And if everything else fails, microwave a pizza. Lit a candle, and let's call it self-care. Back to you, Mr. Toastmaster.